Hello and welcome back to the Princess K Talk Show. Your host, Princess Kingsman. Right. So last week, or should I say like a month ago, we spoke about 7 tricks the enemy uses to derail us, to distract us from what we want to do and everything that we focus on. And we spoke on 5 points, which the first point was distractions. Second point, double mindedness. Third point, deception. Fourth point, detractors. And the fifth point, which we did a month ago, was discouragement. I have to apologize, guys. I have been swamped busy. Um, but the most important thing is consistency and that you guys understand that even if I go for a very long time, I will come back and continue. So I apologize for those that have emailed me and they're waiting for me to um, come on my show. So I'm sorry about that. So we spoke about discouragement. So on this segment, we're going to talk about doubt and how the enemy uses doubt to, um, you know, distract us from everything we want to do. Okay? So, another way the enemy likes to trick Christians is to cause them to doubt God, to doubt their dreams, doubt their spouse, doubt their relationship, doubt what they're actually doing. And everything we believe as a Christian is based on what God says. If the enemy can get you to doubt God, it can radically shake your foundation as a believer. It can shake your faith. And faith is believing God's will, which is the direct opposite of doubt. Okay, so we should always have faith that God would do what He says He would do. The Bible tells us that we can't please God without faith. It is impossible to please God. So, I mean, even if you have a little faith as a mustard seed, it's something, and everybody goes through that stage, that phase of doubt, where it's like the order of the day. It's like second nature. It pops in your mind. It's like, oh, but what if, and once we dwell enough on the what ifs, it can distract us from, well, this is what God says, well, this is what the other person says, well, this is the facts. And God is not a God of liars. And God is not the author of confusion. If you see that you're getting confused, then confusion is not of God, but is of the enemy. So the best thing to do is to sit down, weigh out your facts, and weigh out where the enemy is lying. Most of the time, we can tell when the enemy is lying, but sometimes we just like to just believe it and take it because we're just like, you know what? We just are not in the mood to fight the enemy at that time, or we're not in the mood, or we're so overwhelmed with life, because life would throw you some curveballs and then you think, you've dodged it, but you haven't really dodged it, because it will still like come back full force. And that is why I said in my previous shows that what goes around comes around. You got to be careful the way you treat people. You got to be careful the way you talk to people. You have to be careful the way you handle people, because it will come back to you. The way you treat people, you will also be treated as well. That's just the law of life. Even if God was not involved, that's the way the law of life is, and we have to be careful. We have to love people no matter what, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know their circumstances. You don't know their foundation. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't see the struggles, and that's quite easy to judge people these days because we don't see behind the scenes. And we got to be really careful with our words and with the way we treat people, because we can offend people. We can incur the judgment of God simply based on that. So doubt is when you have full force faith in God and full force faith in your partner, in your relationship, in your marriage, and somebody says something or you heard something. Because we all know the enemy talks to us as well apart from God. So you hear something from somebody, or you hear someone say something, or you see that somebody went through something, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I gonna go through this? This person went through this and they didn't escape. They didn't, for example, maybe you have a case of cancer. Maybe you have a case of maltreatment in a relationship. It could be anything. And you start to doubt, like, oh, what if this person is not who they say they are? What if this relationship is not who I think it is? What if? And I'm telling you, the what ifs is endless. It's endless. So at the end of the day, we have to try and see in which way can we dodge that doubt. Because immediately I feel that doubt is coming in, I just straight away think, you know what? This is, sometimes you have to be still. It's not easy to be still. That's why I meditate a lot. And that's when you see that people who do meditation, a lot of meditations, hours and hours a day, you see that there is that peace in them, that stillness, that calmness, that you sit and think, God, what is this? Is this doubt? But it's doubt. So the enemy can make you doubt anything. Even the facts, he can make you doubt it if you fall for it. So we have to be careful not to fall for doubts, not to fall for anything that you feel that can derail you from God or the peace that he has bestowed in you, because we all have peace. We just need to channel it. We just need to bring it out. Everybody has peace in them. Everybody has peace. We just need to develop on it. And everybody has gifts. Everybody has things that they could be doing. But sometimes we don't exercise that gift. We don't tap into it. We don't sit to think, is this doubt, discouragement, everything. So doubt is the other of the day. The enemy uses it. Even in relationship, he uses it. So we just have to be still under God's power and anointing to know. Even sitting outside in the fresh air can do you a lot of good. It can make you listen to what's going on inside and not outside, because your inner life mirrors your outer life. So what your life is inside is how your life is gonna be on the outside, because the inner life is the real life and the outer life is temporary. So just make sure that you try not to let doubt ruin your day. Even when you're having a lovely time, doubt just come and just ruin everything for you. No, you gotta say, stop there, doubt. Close the door behind doubt and don't let it come in, because if it comes in, it will mess things up. And that is up to you. The choice is yours. The ball is in your court. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. I have gone beyond my time limit. Thank you so much for listening. Next week, we will talk about the last and final topic, which will be disbelief. Okay. So thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the little bell, and we'll give you notifications when I post. So do have a lovely Sunday and enjoy the weather. I love you as always. Goodbye.